Hey everyone, welcome back to the Lions Den. Going back to our regular scheduling today, we're going to do Faction of Mystery. Personally, I think it's probably one of the better factions to begin with. With everyone, I think the new players now get a folio event at the beginning when they start, so you're able to get the likes of Satori, Folio. I'm not sure about Celeste, I don't know if they're in the shop, I haven't seen it myself personally. But those two, in general, very good combo that will take out most teams. Maybe not later on, but you can switch supports and make it work. There will be a Verdoc video later regarding our GC match today in my guild because you can probably imagine Verdoc was used a very high percentage in all our teams because it beats everything nearly. So, yeah, still a bit broke. So let's get on to mystery. Let's start with the teams I'll be using. So, yeah, mystery here. So we're going to start with a generic. I'm not sure how good Rufus will be as a beginner tank. He wasn't a great tank before the rework. People use him now in some combos. But as a generic beginner tank, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so we're going to go with Rufus, Satori, Folio. This will be like our core three for the team. Folio and Satori can both do a lot of damage themselves, so I mean, you can swap one of them out for maybe like Cascade, or if you want to bring in a mirror. The reason I'm not doing a mirror is purely because I think a mirror makes your team more vulnerable because that gives the other team crit, and that will kill Rufus very quickly. So I just don't think that's a good combo to begin with. So we're going to go with these three for the beginning. We're going to start our base team with Leanne and Martha. We will swap Martha out with Celeste, and that will be our second team. Celeste is very good for the artifact buff because when she's at half energy, she swaps to healing, and then again, she'll swap back to damage after half energy again. So her buff comes up quite a lot, but it's a lot lower than other artifact buffs. I think it's only like 3 seconds compared to like 6 or 8. So good, but not great. I know a lot of people love her, but I really don't use her that much. So we're going to take out Celeste for Andy. This is just for a bit more protection. If Rufus goes down, Andy's a decent off tank. When you buff him up later and if you glyph him, he can be quite a good main tank if you're running certain comps. So that would be our third one. We're going to try Jorgen and Faceless. I'm sure people know about Jorgen and Faceless. Very good combo together. Faceless will throw back the P1 of the enemy team, stunning wherever they land. Jorgen will also, his ult will block energy gain. Faceless can copy Folio or Jorgen, both would be great. So you can't really go wrong with that as a combo. They're used in quite a lot of combinations by themselves, so we'll see how it goes with those two. And then we're going to swap out the tank for the last one, and we're going to throw in Astaroth, just to see if Astaroth is better than Rufus in general. I think a lot of people would probably use Astaroth, but just to stick on the whole mystery theme, we'll try with Rufus anyway. If you've watched my other videos, you'll know how it goes. We're just going to go through some base faction teams of the other factions, and we'll just see how it turns out. I've already done a few, so let's have a quick look at those. If we go to my battles, there you go. See from some sneak peek from later. Safe to say, progress isn't going to go well. Doesn't matter, I think, what you do. Progress just counters mystery. It's purely on the shields. There's no point of even going too dramatically into this because it's just going to be timeouts. Yeah, it's nothing they can do. Once progress get their shields up, you can't break it. Satori can't break it. Folio can't break it. So yeah, there's no point to even go in deep into this. It's exactly the same for all the comps, unfortunately. So as we've learned, don't run mystery into progress. I know it kind of goes against what I said about this team being the best one for beginner, but we are talking a whole progress team. So at the beginning, you're not going to be facing a lot of shields and a lot of healing, so it won't be as effective against mystery at the beginning. Yeah, even with we went on to the ginger version, again, too many shields, absolutely nothing they can do. You can see through all of them here. Even with Astaroth tank, yeah, unfortunately not. I think even with the Polaris version, again, too many shields. Orion does too much damage, even with Leanne sleeping. I was surprised by this. I thought they might do better against the Polaris version. But again, I think it's just the shield situation with Judge Isaac and Julius. We've got a 1 to 9, so I mean it's better than a 0 to 10. But the other ones, there's then 2 8 with the Andy and Leanne. I presume that's just Andy stunning Orion and stopping him for a bit. Jorgen Faceless versions, 2 8 0 10, unfortunately, just the way it is. Progress, just hard counters, most damage magic at the beginning, because you just can't break through the shields. On to Chaos next. I'm not sure this is going to go much better, to be honest with you, but we'll see. With again, my Kayla is G80, so she's going to do so much damage, and I just don't think this team's going to be able to handle it, but we'll see. So yeah, straight off the all Chaos team, we got Zisha once. Oh, Peach doing a lot of damage. That is interesting. But again, Kayla, 2.1 million damage. That's even with Leanne. When Kayla jumps, does some of her damage, Leanne stuns. Clearly it doesn't stun enough. So, and Peach with an extra backup is just horrible. We did a bit better with the Celeste version, which I was actually quite surprised by. I thought the Martha version would be better, but I mean, again, that's just down to timings. A little bit dependent on Kayla's crit, because I've got the crit gear. Oh, 9 to 1, there you go. Much better with the Andy and Leanne version, because Andy will stun and Leanne will also put them to sleep, and then Satori and Folio have time. So you'll see the difference here. If we go to, say, the Leanne and Martha one, let's just have a quick look at that. Doing a bit of slamming. So you see Satori's already taken damage. Kayla jumps, Rufus gets shields up, and then Kayla's going to start. Oh, there you go. I mean, that is surprising. Satori just didn't do enough damage to wipe the team. A little bit more damage, that would have actually been quite an easy and quick win, but again, the power of Chaos. Like I said, it probably is the strongest faction at the moment, no doubt about it. And then, yeah, eventually it will just chop off. But then if we look at the 9-1 we've got here, just go for that one because we lost Rufus. So again, Satori. Rufus gets the shields up. Satori ults. Oh, yeah, there you go. Luckily got Kayla. Andy stuns Kayla. Satori's able to get another ult off because he's not getting wiped. And then I presume, yeah, see, Folio's about to get his ult up. I mean, it is close. But then, yeah, that was the Folio explosion. Folio groups them up, so Andy also benefits off of that. Because Andy's ult stuns in a area. So when Folio drags them all together, Andy stuns all of them rather than one. And then, yeah. Closer than I thought, to be fair. I mean, that's with an 86k Peach. If you have a higher Peach, Peach probably runs through them. So, yeah, then we went back to the Jorgen Faceless. Yeah, without Andy's stun and Leanne's stun, it's just not enough to keep them off. Same even with the Asta tank, didn't work. Then we went on to the AXA, which is the Astaroth, Aiden, Zisha combo. We went with the Tempest Leanne first. Pretty sure that's probably going to be a loss. Yeah, it's just a timeout because so you've got Tempest and Leanne on that side stunning, and you've got Leanne and Martha on this side. Leanne stunning, Martha's healing plus doing the speed up from her ult. So everyone is just healing. So it's just a complete 50-50. Then we moved on to, there you go, with the Celeste version. 10-0. Much better with that. That's with Celeste. Let's have a look at the difference here. So I said you'll see Celeste swaps at half. So you got Folio in the front there taking some damage. Celeste then swaps at half. Gives the healing orb to Folio. Tempest comes out, as you can see, everyone's alright. Zisha is going to ult Rufus, which is great. Because Rufus can't die from magic. So Rufus is just going to get his healing up. Folio drags everyone in. And I think Satori's about to ult as well. So those two together, probably going to be enough to wipe, I'd imagine. The Folio ult did nothing apparently. But the Celeste and Satori, yeah, there you go, that's enough. You'll see the Celeste buff up here is the one from Celeste, sorry, is the magic attack. So every time she spins, she gives everyone, I think it's like 30,000 extra magic attack. So if that goes off at the same time as Satori or Folio, so much damage coming through. As I said, Celeste does definitely have her options. Just got to figure out when it is. It's a bit of a minefield when it comes to supports. The Rufus with Andy again, 10-0. Pretty clean. I presume that's mostly Satori again, yeah. People might be saying, oh, why have we even bothered getting Folio? The difference is Folio does things which does help, like I said. Folio groups them together for Andy's ult that stuns. Folio also summons the Shade in front, which will take damage off of everyone else. That can help with things like Zisha's ult as well, because Zisha, I think, will hit the Shade. So you can't go wrong. That's basically, if Zisha was about to one-shot your Satori, instead it hits the Shade. Very, very different game. Let's go on to... You can see the trend here. The Rufus, it seems like the Rufus tank is definitely the difference here, because with Astaroth, someone else is getting targeted by Zisha, I would imagine, and this is the reason for the loss. Let's have a quick look. Without Rufus being able to take the damage, Folio ults, Jorgen ults, Astaroth reses Tempest, Zisha one-shots Folio. Oh, Satori's going to do a ton of damage, just not enough. Leanne stuns us all. Zisha then one ults Folio again, and yeah, now we slowly get nuked. So that's the difference. You can see, instead of Rufus getting hit, Folio gets hit, and that just takes the sink out of your team, which is unfortunate. But it's these little things. Then we went on to the siblings line, which is the Kayla, Aiden, Fafnir, Oya, Tristan. You see it quite a lot in endgame. It's just one of those teams that are powerful. Safe to say, I don't think this is going to go well for us, no matter who we have. We've seen how powerful this is in other videos. Yeah, well, we got a 1-9, so we got a bit of luck on one of them. 2-8 with Celeste instead of Martha. I can see that happening. Celeste again with spinning and doing her ult, more damage. 6-4 of Andy, again, that's just Andy stunning Kayla, so it's giving you a bit more time. And then 0-10 with Faceless and Jorgen. Again, Astaroth makes no difference at all. Then we went on to the Eternity. Eternity base, as we found out from other videos, is pretty poor. It is pretty poor. So I'd imagine we will just run through these. Yeah, 10-0 there. Absolutely clean. 10-0 with the Celeste version. 10-0 with the Andy version. I'd imagine they're all going to be wins. Because one Satori will wipe all of them. Yeah. Even Vastroff, no difference. Let's go on to, we've got the Iris Tempest version of Eternity next. I thought Iris might actually be a bit better than this. But again, basically, if you don't kill everyone with Iris, they will kill you. Iris makes the whole team gain energy, and then you're just going to get nuked. So 10-0 there. We got 10-0 there. 10-0 there. The Astaroth version might not be better. 10-0. 10-0. Oh, there you go, see? Those wins all around, even for that one. So the ones we've got to test yet is the endgame version, which is with Cascade and Iris. So let's quickly run through those. Mystery. I'm not sure how this can go. It's a lot of damage. I don't know if they'll be able to handle it. Let's have a look. 4 to 6. So yeah, that's down to a bit of RNG. So you're going to have very mixed results dependent. If you swap in Celeste, I don't think that's going to make too much difference. It might though. Celeste might be better than Martha in general, to be fair. Because Celeste will spin and do some healing when Iris burns her, so there is a chance that might be enough healing to keep them up. Ah, there you go, see, 9 to 1. Much better on that version. Again, shaky results though, so you've got to be careful with Iris teams. Let's try the Andy version. I don't think that's going to go too well. 6 to 4, yeah, worse. That was as expected, really. Just not enough protection. Celeste, like I said, spins round, does some healing, but with Andy, doesn't do the job there. Jorgen Faceless, I can't see this doing well, but we will throw it in. Where's Jorgen? There you go. I reckon they're just going to get burned to the ground. Oh, 6 to 4. I'm guessing that's just timing on Satori. Yeah, see, Iris does so much damage. With Astaroth, can't see this doing well either, but we'll throw it in. Folio and Satori. Thing you got to remember with Mystery is you do need to buy time to get them. You need time for Satori ult, you need some time for Folio to ult. So this is the problem. So overall, a bit of a mixed batch against endgame versions of them. Then we jumped on to the fart teams, which you should know of now. I would imagine it does pretty well, because I would imagine Satori would nuke them pretty hard. Yeah, 10-0. Trying to fly through these so that I don't spend 40 minutes on this video. You can kind of see where this is going, I'd imagine. Yep, 10-0 there. Again, Satori. With Luther jumping, it also helps because Satori will get hit a lot. Does a lot of damage, basically. Andy version, probably just as good. Because Tristan's gaining a lot of energy from the 2 tanks in front, so when Satori ults, there's so many marks on Tristan, just gets absolutely pummeled into the ground. Let's try the... Not sure how the Jorgen and Faceless version would work. I would imagine just as well. Even with a Rufus tank. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, absolute wipes. Then we're going to go on to We don't need to do the ass tank, I don't think, but we will anyway. What's asked? Come down here, Jorgen. Let's face this. Again, I'd imagine a 10-0. Oh, 8-2. Oh, looks like Rufus seems to actually do better. Huh. There you go, see? Look at the difference there. Absolutely solid. Sketchy. Interesting. Maybe Rufus isn't as bad as we thought. Let's finish off with the Yasmin version. I won't do nature because I've overran a bit on this video. I don't like going over 20 minutes, so sorry about that. But yeah, we're going to get the same results here. Not that screen. Even with the Celeste version. Yeah, 10 nails. You get the drift. Face the show again, won't it? Yeah. So you can see the damage from Satori is just too much. So yeah, that's basically the roundup of Mystery. Like I said, personally, in my opinion, it's probably one of the better beginner teams, as I said in the beginning of the video, because of you getting a folio event at the beginning, so you can get folio, Satori. I don't know who else is in there, but if you can get like Leanne, Martha, whatever, and then you got Jorgen and Faceless as well, which is they're very easily to get from other shops. So I mean, personally, that's my one. I would probably go with that team. I don't think other teams will do as well going forward as well, because you can balance this team and change it up to kill whatever team you want. Maybe not progress, because progress just hard counters. But yeah, that's it, guys. Appreciate it. Hopefully I get to do a giveaway in the next couple of weeks or something. It would be nice. But appreciate the likes and the subscribes. Pass it to your friends. Plan on doing a beginner team section, how to build them. And like I said, once the war's over, I plan on doing a Verdoc one purely because the wars are just stupid. Nobody trains. Everyone just does Earth and wins. It's pretty gross. I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, appreciate it, guys. See you next time. Bye.